السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. Ladies and gentlemen, سعادة الوزير والوزراء, it is a privilege to share with you today some reflections on a subject that lies at the very heart of our nation's future and well-being: the mental health of children and adolescents in Qatar. So this way? Okay. So let us begin with a story of cultural healing. Last summer, I explored learning about traditional healing practices in Qatar and interviewed a wise elder, Abdullah. She spoke fondly of her experiences with traditional healers in the past. When I asked her, "What do you feel is missing today?" she sighed deeply and answered with one single word: ihtiwa. Containment. So let us pause to reflect on this word, ihtiwa, through the lens of الحياة الطيبة. الحياة الطيبة is a word that is at the heart of the Holy Quran. It's pulsing at the heart of the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يقول بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. Whomever do good deeds, whether a male or a female, with righteousness, a believer with righteousness, she is promised a good life, حياة طيبة. So these are our pillars of الحياة الطيبة, with spiritual well-being, emotional well-being, the intellectual well-being, and the physical well-being, as well as the social well-being. In the past, spiritual healing meant that every individual was cared for through traditional faith practices. Remedies were blessed with Quranic verses to soothe the soul. And collective prayers were signs of a community actively caring for one another. If someone is absent from a prayer or a gathering, the healer did not wait. They were proactive in seeking out the missing person and offering both spiritual and emotional support. These healers were active listeners, understanding the person's entire ecosystem, their family dynamics, education, as well as their physical health. Intellectually, they worked with the knowledge of their time, constantly seeking to improve their remedies with whatever materials available for them. For treatment material, they resolved to local resources, such as herbal products. Socially, and this is very important for us, they were deeply attuned to the pulse of their communities. Today, however, ihtiwa is often been replaced by digital alienation, where belonging, trust, and collective spirit are increasingly jeopardized. This shift challenges us to rethink how can we reclaim the essence of containment in a rapidly changing world. As we reflect in ihtiwa, the sense of containment that once held our communities together, we find both opportunities and challenges in today's reality. As for opportunity, Qatar has strong foundation, family, faith, and wise leadership. During the pandemic, technology became a bridge. Online platform kept families connected and encouraged parents and siblings to be actively engaged in their learning. Nationally, mental health has become a strategic priority. National strategies, a mental health index, and initiatives like MAC are paving the way toward prevention, integrated care, as well as stigma reduction. We are witnessing also growing recognition of our young people needs. Our research shows that teenagers seek autonomy, personal growth, as well as establishing meaningful relationships. To meet these needs, the educational process must be holistic, spiritual, emotional, intellectual, physical, as well as social, just as traditional healing once was. The same opportunities are also bringing real challenges. Digitalization has created new vulnerabilities, screen overuse, exposure to harmful content, and emotional reliance on AI tools. Structurally, Qatar still faces shortage of child psychiatrists, gaps in reliable data, and low mental health literacy. Culturally, stigma and parental hesitation towards psychiatric treatment persist, delaying care. Qatar has signed international treaties and adopted global strategies, but the deeper task remains to weave modern systems with our cultural ethos to bring back ihtiwa through policies that provide sufficient privacy standards to our client, holistic services, and community action that resonate with who we are. At the heart of الحياة الطيبة lies the principle of ihtiwa, a profound sense of containment, social inclusion, and empathetic understanding. It's about creating spaces where every child feels seen, heard, and supported. Imagine with me little Muhammad, a bright-eyed boy who counts the days, not towards his vacation or birthday, but toward when Ramadan will start. For him, Ramadan is the only time in the entire year when a family table is full, laughter flows, and everyone is truly engaged, truly present. On that evening, Hamad experienced something rare, yet precious, a sense of being held emotionally and socially. The shared presence around the table becomes a sanctuary, a space of ihtiwa, where love, empathy, and belonging gently embrace his young heart. But what does it say about our modern reality when a child waits an entire year to feel this way? Muhammad's story reveals hidden gaps in emotional nourishment, mental resilience, and social connectedness that many children experience today. And there is something even deeper at play, as the Arabs say, al-hadirun al-ghaibun, present yet absent. Healing is reciprocal. When we nurture children, we also nurture ourselves, parents, elders, and wider community. Moments of genuine connections allow the elderly to feel valued, adults to rediscover meanings, and children to feel rooted and seen. This shared containment revitalizes the entire family system, echoing traditional healing circles where care flowed in all directions. So let us imagine a holistic city where children and teens grow connected through meaningful institutions, supported by open-door education system toward experiential learning, and embraced by welcoming hubs of healing that together form a strong safety net of a holistic ihtiwa. And thank you very much.